Hello and welcome to WTM and to the Slovenia stand and to Turning the Wheel of Time, a journey through Ljubljana's cultural gems. I'm Holly Rubenstein. I'm the host of the UK's #1 travel podcast, The Travel Diaries. And today we're embarking on a journey to the Slovenian capital, the cultural, political and economic centre of the country, Ljubljana. In particular, our conversation today will be an exploration of Slovenia's heritage and culture through the eyes of two distinguished experts here. Nejc Kovačič, Head of Communications at the Museums and Galleries of Ljubljana, and Branka Gradišar, Public Relations Advisor at Ljubljana Tourism. Welcome both to the stand, and we're really excited to get chatting about everything Ljubljana today. Branka, let's kick off with you. We're here to discover and to celebrate Ljubljana's cultural gems, but before we deep dive into those, can you help us paint a picture of Ljubljana as a destination?
Yes, of course. Ljubljana is the charming capital of Slovenia, as you already mentioned. It is positioned between Austria, Italy, and the Adriatic Sea. So it's a nice mixture of all different cultures, I would say, and influences. The city itself is, its soul is given by the really nice green Ljubljanica River, with bustling cafes, little shops all around it. And of course, we are very proud of the largest pedestrian zone in the EU in Ljubljana, so you can really walk everywhere, bike everywhere, so it's a really friendly city. It has a relaxed atmosphere and also rich cultural heritage, as you mentioned. So it's like a mixture of old European charm and, I would say, modern vibe with a lot of greenery and sustainable way of life.
You painted a beautiful picture of your city there. And Nejc, Ljubljana is a deeply historical city as well. And you've brought over a replica over here. We can see a very significant historical artifact to showcase this. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we are really glad that we can show the replica of the oldest wooden wheel with an exile in the world here on the VTM London. It's quite a fascinating story, actually. It was found in 2002 when the experts were actually taking samples of wood out of the drainage ditches at Stare Gmajne near Ljubljana. It's a pile dwelling site, and they thought that they just found another piece of wood, but when they cleared all the mud and dirt, they actually found two log boats and a wheel with an exile belonging to a two-wheel cart. So the wheel itself is made out of ash wooden panels joined together by an oak wedges. And the axle itself is made of entirely one piece of wood. So because of all of these details and different usage of different types of wood, shows us that it was made by a skilled craftsman, and because of that we can say that it's technological perfection or like a really like innovation.
What an incredible story, and it must have been so exciting when it was discovered.
Yes, I mean, probably the idea of the wheel itself is quite astonishing. I mean, even today, the wheel itself is innovation of a millennium. If we say that they bring the idea 5,200 years ago about the wheel. Even today, Pogačar, Slovenian famous cyclist, rides a bike, and the bike itself wouldn't exist without an idea of the original wheel. So, yeah, we are really proud that because of this wheel with an exile, Slovenia is part of the World Heritage.
Absolutely. And beyond the wheel, your job immerses you in all aspects of kind of the history and cultural heritage of Ljubljana. Can you bring to life some of the other places that maybe first-time visitors might want to visit?
Yeah, sure. I mean, for starters, the visitors definitely should visit City Museum of Ljubljana because there is an original, the oldest wheel with an exile on the world exhibited. And in the end of the permanent exhibition in the museum, they can actually sit in the future car. It's like a symbolic Yugoslavian car, a status symbol of Slovenian socialist past, and they can also listen to like evergreen Slovenian music while sitting in a car. Yeah, it's a very nice experience. So the City Museum is like a nice starting point. It's placed in a beautiful Renaissance palace that was recently renovated into a modern museum space and a coffee shop. The other like a place to visit is definitely Plečnik House. I would recommend because it's like an authentic window into the life and work of Jože Plečnik, a famous Slovenian architect, and because of him, Ljubljana looks today how it looks. So and also the works of Jože Plečnik were actually listed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. So when you are walking around Ljubljana, you can actually see his works like Triple Bridge, the Marketplace, National Library, and so on. And the Plečnik House itself is a very unique experience, a very boutique experience, and it also has like a small garden that is also it's been saying around. The saying is that the Plečnik's garden is like a green oasis in the heart of the city. So you can go there, sit down, relax, enjoy the nature, listen to the birds and stuff like that. And maybe just one more spot that you have to visit when you're going to Ljubljana is Cuklarna Gallery. It's like an old sugar factory that was recently renovated into a huge modern gallery for contemporary art. The gallery itself is like really amazing, like an Instagrammable spot as well, because it has like a huge open space at the entrance atrium. And if I may add that next year, after November 30th, 2025, we are opening a huge exhibition called Art Vital in a collaboration with Marina Abramovic. The exhibition itself will show a unique, multi-layered insight into work and life of artist couple, so of Marina Abramovic and her partner Ulay. So it will be a really amazing experience to be part of it.
What can visitors expect from that exhibition in particular?
Well, the exhibition itself will show never seen before objects, sketches, also some private letters from the couple. We'll also have some performances, film projections, talks. So yeah, everything.
Sounds like one that can't be missed. And as I always like to do on my podcast, The Travel Diaries, I love to ask my guests about the chapters of their travel diaries in a specific destination. Branka, how about you? I'd love to ask you about your all-time favorite destination in Slovenia. A big one that is, like, I imagine quite hard to answer, but is there a place that comes to mind?
Apart from Ljubljana, I would say the Solčavsko region. It's in the north of Slovenia, in the Kamnik-Savinja Alps. And there are three different valleys there. One is really known. It's Logarska Dolina, Logar Valley, with the Rinka waterfall and nice meadows. And also it's a nice starting point for hiking. But the other ones are lesser known. It's Robanov Kot and Matkov Kot. But they're also really, you can immerse in the nature of Slovenia. There are a lot of nice meadows. You can see the mountains all around, and it's more secluded, more peaceful. So I would recommend to visit that part of Slovenia.
Sounds like a really nice contrast to the city life as well. How about you? What do you pick as your all-time favorite Slovenian destination?
I will probably still stick to Ljubljana. I would pick today Šmarna Gora, Mount St. Mary. Yeah, it's like 15-minute drive outside from the city center. What is amazing that you can be in half an hour at the top of the hill, overlooking the whole Ljubljana basin. You can see the whole capital below. And if you turn around, you can see also Julian Alps and Mount Triglav, which is the highest Slovenian mountain. So it's really nice that you have an option to go outside of the city and into the nature. So yeah, and also there is a wishing bell as well. So if you have something to wish about, you can do this.
That sounds great. And how about a hidden gem? So that's a place that you love that people maybe who don't know Slovenia so well might not know so much about. As an insider, where would you pick?
Well, as a hidden gem, I would probably pick specialty coffee shop Stowe, which is located in the City Museum of Ljubljana. It's really hidden, but it's very nice, beautiful place. It has like a glass window, so you can, while you are sitting and sipping coffee, you can see outside the museum atrium. You're surrounded by coffee plants, coffee beans. Everything smells wonderful. And yeah, I mean, while you are sitting in the coffee shop, you can see also into the museum basement, where is the original part of Roman Road. So you're like in between the history or in the timeline, let's say. Yeah.
What a fantastic hidden gem. What would you say? What would you pick?
In Ljubljana?
Yeah, well, yes, always.
Apart from the Solčavsko region, I don't know. There are so many places worth visiting. So yeah, maybe in Ljubljana, I would say it's really surprising how many like hills we have. I used to live in Dravlje, which is like quite far away from the city center, and then you can just walk for 10 minutes and you are in the really nice forest with also views of Ljubljana. So, and also the Rožnik, Tivoli and Šišenski Hrib Hill, which is a landscape park, which is beautiful. It starts in the city center, in the Tivoli Park, where also a few museums are, but then you can just walk the path through the forest and just enjoy the nature in the city center, actually.
Fantastic. Is there anything else that you would like to bring to life in terms of the cultural aspects of Slovenia today? We've covered it all quite comprehensively. And if you'd like to have a look at the replica of the world's oldest wheel, it's here at the Slovenia stand. And in Slovenia, you can see the original wheel itself in Ljubljana. So thank you very much for joining us today.